Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Nizzy Sports Chat. I am your host, Nizzy, and in this video, you guys, we're going to be giving you a little series prediction of the upcoming series between the Toronto Raptors and Philadelphia 76ers. You guys haven't really been on the channel that much lately, you guys. I've been in the process of moving. I'm just spending some time at a family's house right now until I get my new place at the start of May here, so we're going to got a temporary setup going on at the moment, you guys, but we wanted to try and get some content out for you regardless, obviously, with the big time series coming up. With the matchup starting on Saturday between the Raptors and the Sixers, you guys, it's going to be an absolute slugfest. This is exactly the matchup that we wanted as Raptors fans. I think we got a good opportunity to be able to take down this Philadelphia 76ers team in the first round here, you guys. I know on the Sixers side of things, it's the last thing they wanted to face was the Raptors squad here. Obviously, we're tenacious on the defensive end. We got a lot of depth scoring as well on this team. We're a good 7-8 man deep in our rotation of guys that can go out on that floor and contribute consistently for this Raptor squad, you guys. So Philly's going to be in over their head in this one, in my opinion, you guys. I can't wait for this series to start up. Figured we'd come up with a little prediction video in this one, kind of predicting how the series is going to go and how many games it's going to take. And see who ends up moving on. Like I said, I'm a Raptors fan, you guys. There ain't no doubt in my mind the Raptors are going to be able to take this series. Should be a really good one. Like I said, game one starts on Saturday, you guys. Raptors won the season series 3-1 over the Sixers, so we're already looking good in that department. We've been able to beat them often during the season. They really don't have anyone other than James Harden and Joel Embiid as their main two guys. They don't have a lot of depth scoring anymore, as during that Harden trade that sent Andre Drummond as well as Seth Curry over to the Brooklyn Nets. They lost a lot of their depth scoring, and obviously the rebounding with Andre Drummond as well. So it's going to be a tough battle for that Sixers squad, man. Raptors are deep. Like I said, they're going to be ready and rocking and rolling here. Matisse Thybulle is not going to be able to play in Toronto either due to his status with the vaccine. So that's definitely a benefit to the Raptors as well. Obviously, he's one of their better defenders. He's not really much of a scorer or a playmaker, but the guy is really stout defensively, so that's going to be a huge asset for the Toronto Raptors on their home court, not having to deal with that guy on the defensive end. So that's definitely going to help the Raptors, in my opinion. That's really going to hurt Philadelphia 76ers in this one. Like I said, I think these guys are going to be in over their head, man. Just because you got a 40-point or 30-point guy in Joel Embiid, he's been known to kind of choke it in the playoffs a little bit. Or even if he does play great in the playoffs, he just doesn't get that supporting cast help that he needs to be able to advance to a finals or even an Eastern Conference Finals. Obviously, that big, we'll call it the shot with Kawhi Leonard a few years ago, you guys, hitting that dagger buzzer beater in Game 7 there to advance us to the Eastern Conference Finals. Just absolutely crushed the souls of those Philadelphia 76ers fans in that one, you guys. Can't wait to crush their souls again this year in this series. Personally, to me, you guys, I'm seeing this one go in 6 games. I think the Raptors are going to take care of business. They finished in the 5th seed this year with a 48-34 record, which is a pretty nice record. A lot of people did not have the Raptors playing this good this year. A lot of people had them only having like 30 to 35 wins, missing the playoffs, kind of being in a rebuild mode. And man, did the squad prove everybody wrong, you guys. No surprise there. I did a little prediction video on the Raptors record for the regular season at the start of the year, you guys, and I had predicted that the Raptors would finish with a 50-32 record and finish off in the 5th seed. I wasn't too far off. We did make it into the 5th seed, and we did finish with a 48-34 record instead of 50-32, so I was only 2 games off on that. I always had faith in this team. I knew that they would be able to get over the hump here and get back into a playoff contention. Last year was an anomaly, obviously not having any home games the entire season, obviously getting ravaged with COVID, all of the players that were missing in action last season between Fred VanVleet and Pascal and some of the other guys. It just wasn't our year last year. The odds were stacked against us, and being back on our home court, and having all those home games this year, playing back in Toronto, I had no doubt that the Raptors were going to be able to get back into a playoff position. And lo and behold, you guys were sitting nice and pretty in the 5th seed. Proud of this team, man. Scotty Barnes has been unreal this season. No doubt he is the Rookie of the Year. If he does not win that award, is an absolute travesty, you guys. There's no doubt in my mind he is the bona fide Rookie of the Year. Should be getting this one for sure. But yeah, you guys, I'm excited for this series. It's going to be an absolute slugfest here. I think if the Raptors can really contain James Harden, which, he's known to be a choke artist in the playoffs anyways, keep him under 20 points a game, shooting under, 45, even under 40% from the field, I think the Toronto Raptors will be just fine, because there's no damn way that Joel Embiid's going to be able to win this series by himself. I don't think he has enough playmakers or guys who can get enough buckets that are around him to be able to advance this team into the second round. The Raptors have so many people who can score the ball. I mean, you're looking at Pascal Siakam's going to be able to give you 20 to 25 a night. Freddie's going to be able to give you 20 a night. Gary Trent Jr. can give you 20 a night. OG can give you 15 to 20 a night. You got some of the bench players that could end up stepping up and giving you 15 to 20. Boucher, Precious Achua. We have so many guys that can get it done on both ends of the floor, which is huge. I love the tenacity that we play with on the defensive end as well. Defense wins chips, as we all know, you guys. So I think our defensive capabilities are definitely going to go a long way into helping us advance past the first round in this one. And probably one more thing I want to talk about to you guys is the slander that's going on with the Raptors right now. I seen a few videos come out yesterday of Perkins and Shaq just absolutely trashing the Raptors, giving them no shot against the Sixers. Actually, Shaq actually thinks that the Sixers are going to be able to sweep the Raptors. Probably the worst take in NBA history, you guys. I cannot believe he thinks that. There's no goddamn way. If anything, the Raptors be sweeping the fucking Sixers, in my opinion. I have no faith that the Sixers will be able to sweep us. There's no doubt in my mind the Raptors are going to be able to win some games here and most likely take this series. Like I said, we just have more depth scoring. We have more depth players coming off of our bench. And I just feel like we're the more together team right now. Raptors finished off the season with an 8-2 record over their last 10 games. Sixers are struggling a little bit. They come in with a 6-4 record over their last 10 heading into the playoffs here. Raptors are definitely rolling a lot hotter right now. So I definitely see the advantage in favor of the Raptors in this one, you guys. But yeah, just the slander and the disrespect to this team is just outstanding from that American media. I mean, we're used to it as Raptors fans and as Canadians, you guys. We know what's up already. We got the odds stacked against us, whether it's the refs, whether it's the media talking down on us. It doesn't really matter, man. We come to play. We're ready to roll. We don't need no help from nobody. We're just going to grind and get it done. And that's just the Raptors way. That's why I love this team so much, man. They just got that hard-nosed blue-collar mentality. Put them hard hats on, grab them lunch pails, and let's get to work, baby. That's what it's all about. I can't wait to see this team in action, man. So excited to have these guys back in the playoffs here. Much deserved for these guys. They worked hard all season long, like I said, battling a lot of those games. 8-on-5, dealing with all the refs as well and the stupid, atrocious calls that they were getting. So it'll be interesting to see how the refs decide to play things out here in the postseason, if they're going to continue to call a lot of fouls for James Harden and Joel Embiid. Those guys are two of the top guys getting to the line in the league. I would like to see those numbers go down a little bit, even for both teams. I don't want to see a shit ton of fouls called. Like, it's playoff ball now, you guys. You got to be a little bit tougher going to the rack. You can't be looking for those calls, whining to the refs. You just got to play through the contact and keep grinding, man. And I think the Raptors will be just fine in this series, you guys. So like I said, I definitely think the Raptors can take this one in 6 games. I would not be surprised if the Raptors win the first game on Saturday, probably lose the second game in Philly there. And then I would see them definitely probably coming out and winning 1 of 2 at home as well. And then I have a feeling the Raptors are just going to close the deal. They're going to go back to Philly in Game 5. They're going to handle business Game 5 in Philly. And then it's just going to be too much for Philly to overcome. They're going to be already looking at the offseason coming into Game 6 there, and I think the Raptors are just going to trounce them in Game 6 to be able to take this series and head on to the second round, you guys. So that's my prediction. I predict the Raptors in 6. I'm quite confident as well, you guys. I really just think with the defensive tenacity of this team, the togetherness, the brotherhood that's been created within the Toronto organization, got that family mentality, man. Everyone's going to war, going to battle for each other, willing to lay it all out on the line. And that's what it's going to take come playoff time, man. You got to have that togetherness as a group, and I think we got it right now. I think we've got a phenomenal group of dudes out there, and I can't wait to see what can happen, you guys. It's going to be a phenomenal series, and I'm going Raps in 6, you guys. That's pretty well it for this video. Just wanted to come up with a quick one. I haven't been making too much content lately. Like I said, I'm kind of in the process of moving right now, just spending some time at a family's place. But, probably in a couple weeks from now when I get my new place, I'll get a nice little setup going. We'll get the studio rocking again. We'll try and get some more content out for you guys. But that pretty well wraps it up for this one, you guys. Please go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. And this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports Chat.